But yes, using just regular flour for this, easiest recipe ever. It's literally just dump it all in a bowl, mix it around, roll it out, cut it into shapes. But this just doesn't wanna get on board. Lucy says, strip bots. Yeah. That was crazy. I thought I'd missed a raid, but I did not. There was just a bunch of bots. I'm pretty sure.
Isn't that exciting?
It was very exciting. Addie got very excited. She stuck her paw in the puff pastry
that's
there.
great.
So, on ya, Addie. Also, I don't know why I'm wearing like a nice dress today when I'm clearly
Working
just
with flour.
covering it. Okay, well, I know I said don't over mix, but that's the only way this gluten-free flour is got any hope of coming together. Grr. Also, I thought I would try and make some more gluten-free things on my stream because my mum is celiac, so she can't even have a crumb of gluten. And my sister is also gluten intolerant, so not as bad as being full-on celiac. Wow, this is. But yes, so incorporating more gluten-free things, so then I can just be more inclusive with what I'm cooking and making for my family would be good. We are actually catching up with my sister soon. Thank you, Addie. Does that taste good? She's looking at all the flour that I've dropped on the floor. I forgot what I was saying. I really struggle without having coffee in the morning. Okay. Oh, well. It's nearly into a ball, and then we would just cut out the shapes and hope for the best. Yeah, never buying this flour again. Don't get, what was it? I think it was called White Hill. White Hill flour, gluten-free flour from Aldi. Nope, don't recommend it. This would have been done already. That'd be in the oven, but it's just so difficult to work with. We will see what they're like. We've got our little cutter here. And I did read that when you're making scones, if you want to have them nice and fluffy without drooping, is drooping the right word, is to not twist the cutter, and to not touch the sides, so then it can rise up in the oven. All right, Lucy says, I was talking about trying to make more gluten-free stuff. Yes, thank you, yes. Going to try it. I think that'd be great. So then when I do catch up with my family, then I can make yummy things that everyone can eat, rather than making like maybe something yummy that most people can eat and then buying something instead. Okay, we got our first scone. Yeah, I just touched the sides. I know I shouldn't. Don't touch the sides. They will rise better. I'm just gonna put a little bit of flour. Thank you, Addie. Now she's looking at my feet. Thank you. Very kind of you. I am skeptical. Look, it's, ugh, yep. We'll see how it goes. And I will bring this over. Excuse me, Addie. Lucidius, have you been playing anything else aside from Ori, since you've been having a bit of a mental block with it lately? Any other games? From what I did play of Ori, which I will continue to play, I loved it. I think you might have been there that time when I cried when our friendo died, which is not a spoiler, it happens within the first like 20 minutes. It was very emotional. You know what I should be doing is flouring up the inside of this cutter so I don't get it stuck like is happening right now. Yeah, you remember. Yeah, it was a little embarrassing, but that's alright. Twitch deletes VODs after a while, so that one's not up anymore. This one is not. I'll flip it upside down so it looks better. See, that just crumbled out of it. Besides Ori, just some casual gaming off and on. Yeah, sounds nice. Josh, who you would have seen pop in earlier, maybe. He has been playing lots of games lately. He's been loving Guild Wars, as always. That's his go-to for the last 8 years or so, 9, 10, I don't know, a very long time. So he's been streaming that a lot lately. He's also loved the new-ish Pokemon game, Arceus, I think it's called. What else has he been playing? Oh, Kingdom Hearts. He's been playing Kingdom Hearts. So that's been really fun to watch. You know what I didn't do? I didn't flour it up again. Oh well. I did also read that if you put them closer together, that when they start to rise, they will help each other rise, which is just the cutest thing. That's so cute. So I'm putting them somewhat close together. I'm trying really hard not to wiggle this, because these scones are gonna need all the help they can get. It's probably the worst flour I've ever used. When you've done enough baking in your life, you can really tell if a flour is gonna be good or not. And I was quite skeptical. Also, there's one of Addie's hairs. Thanks, Addie. I had this countertop all nice and clean, and then the bot thing happened, and I thought it was a bunch of real followers. And I get excited, and Addie get excited, and now she's been all over the countertop. So hopefully that's the only little bit of Addie love that I find in these scones. She heard her name too many times, so now she's trotting around. Hi. But they smell good. They smell good at least. They just don't look overly, I don't know, good. As long as they taste good, and hopefully they do. Khan says, Kingdom Hearts has been great fun. It's such a nostalgia trip. Yes, it's been a joy to watch Josh go through his nostalgia trips. He has been thinking about playing through all the old Pokemon games. It should be really fun to watch. All the memories. Lucia says, I've never played any Kingdom Hearts games, but I've seen others play. Yes, I am the same. I've never played it myself, but Josh loves it. Oh, it looks like a lot of fun. I'm a bit scared of Goofy though, if you want a fun fact about me. Goofy freaks me out. Oh, this one. We spent all that effort trying to get it out, and it split in half. That's why I only got half the spoon. The rest of it's down there. You know what? I'm gonna use my judgment and just pour some more lemonade. I'm doing it. I know that's not what the recipe said, but I just can't deal with this flour, so we're gonna put some more lemonade. I'll just wash my hands first. Lucinda says, also your hair looks gorgeous. I'm a girl too. Hope that doesn't sound weird. No, thank you so much. That's so lovely. Yeah, I have been doing this thing at nighttime. Oh, excuse me. Me, I've been such a gremlin. I swear she only ever does this when I'm streaming, and she's getting way too good at standing on her two back legs. Thank you so much for complimenting my hair. That's not creepy at all. I love it when people compliment my hair because it hardly ever happens. But yes, at night time I've been doing this thing where I just like wet it down just a tiny bit, so it's not damp at all, just a little bit, and then I get this like a bathrobe thing, like a fuzzy one, and then I just like wrap my hair around so then I can have heatless curls, because I really need a haircut and I feel like this really hides the fact that I desperately need a haircut. This could be a horrible mistake. I like how I'm just pouring it straight onto the countertop. Didn't even measure. We will attempt to save these gluten-free scones with some lemonade. Connor Khan says, Goofy really wants the best for you. Don't get me started on Goofy, Josh. Goofy's just, he's always freaked me out. I think it's the, everything about him freaks me out. Who needs to measure where you can just yellow it? Yeah, straight onto the counter. I don't think I've ever poured lemonade straight onto the counter, but we have today. Oh, it's sticky. I feel like we might have a little more hope though. Yep, I think this might be easier. And I guess because gluten-free flour is just so thin, well, I'm not letting Addie eat that bit that I just dropped. That bit can go in the bin. Yes, so it is so fine, so it just sucks up any type of moisture. There, yeah, this is better. Okay, that's the secret. Maybe that's the secret with gluten-free. Just add more liquid to what you're doing. It's a really weird, it's like, what's it like? I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. It's way finer than you even think. And I don't like it, but oh well. This batch I think is gonna be better than the ones I've done, because look, I can actually form it into something that doesn't just crumble. Okay. Yep. Also, if you're wondering, these are puff pastry next to me because I figured this would be quicker making these scones, because usually it is. Usually I just power through. I pour the 3 things in the bowl, mix it, and cut them. And they're done, and then they take 15 minutes in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius, and they're always amazing. This flour just threw me for a loop. That's better. Okay, I definitely just needed more lemonade. I assume I put about another half cup in of lemonade. Addie, she's looking at my leg. Do you have to? I'm not sure if you can hear her licking. Okay. Yeah, I should have just trusted my instinct and put in more flour before, because these are much better. And we're just going to cut out as many as we can and then form the dough into a lemon and a ball again and cut out as many as we can until there's basically none left. There we go. Oh, on Josh's stream last night, Addie was being bonkers. She went a little crazy, and she did things to her bed. So, as upsetting as it is that she needs to get desexed in the next week, I can see why. It's just, yeah, it's the law here that we have to get all dogs desexed by, it's actually supposed to be at 6 months, and Addie's 18 months, because that was on the advice of our vet. And she is a bit over 18 months now, so that'll be good, then she won't do unspeakable things to her bed again. Yes. It was very funny though. I'm trying so hard not to touch the edges now that I feel like these are going to be viable scones. Scones. How do you guys say it? This cutter is getting caked on, by the way, so it is getting difficult to get them off. I also feel like I've got flour up my nose from when I first started putting it into the bowl, and it went everywhere. So don't mind me as I keep wiping my floury nose. This is the longest that it has ever taken to make scones, but it's nice. It's nice that it's first day of winter, it's a Wednesday morning, and I get to be home making scones. Must get 12 of them, yes. Must. Or 12. 3, 6, 9. Ooh, I don't know if we'll get 12. Would be good though, but I don't think we will. Do it for the Insta photo. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Well, we had 9. I think it'll be 10. I think we're getting 10. Maybe 11. Ah, so close. Oh, Josh and I finished Stranger Things season 4, by the way. We loved it. It was so good. Well, not finished season 4. They are doing it in 2 parts, so we only have to wait a month until the second part. Look how perfect that one was, by the way. Yeah, nah, we're gonna get, it's gonna be 11. Oh, like from Stranger Things, the main character, her name's 11. That's why I'm doing it. This is intentional. It's intentional that I'm only making 11. Also, this is really caked onto the countertop here. And my hands. Just flung some somewhere. To make the 12th one smaller, like just a little baby scone. I could do that. Yeah, I could. Let's get all our scraps. Make a mini one for Addie. Can dogs have gluten? Nah, down. You have trodden that too many times. Down you get. Down. It's my own fault. I said her name. Okay, maybe I'll just split. I'll split this in half. Yeah, we'll do it just for you, Liz. Did someone say dog? Yes. You've met Addie before, haven't you? Yes, it is. I won't get her to pop up again for a little bit. Mainly until I get the puff pastry in the oven, I think, because there's little claw marks in it where she has punctured it. There we go. There's number 11, and we'll do a little baby one. I'll Google if Addie can have gluten-free flour, because if she can, then we could give her. Can she have lemonade though? Probably not. Okay, well, it will be an Addie-sized one. We just won't give it to her to eat. Oh, this is just the worst. It is the worst flour ever. Look how sticky it is. Would not recommend. Whatever one we got from Woolworths before Christmas time that I made the gluten-free scones out of, that was excellent. Couldn't even tell the difference really when I was working with it. And I whipped up scones. I change it every time, don't I? I whipped up scones the morning of, like literally within 15 minutes, I had made scones. And this has not been the case for today. Omega Prime Productions, hi! Thank you so much for popping in. We are making scones, attempting to anyway. Thanks for being here. I hope you're having a lovely morning or night, wherever you are. I can never tell. Can never tell. And I guess everyone's on different time zones. But I feel like whenever I'm saying good morning, I feel like Australia is just very, very different to all of my like Twitch follower or Twitter follower time zones. I think there's a lot in America. I think that's what it is. Okay, we've made a mini one, an Addie size one. We have 12. Are you proud? Yes, it is. I've made 12. It's 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, USA. Yeah, okay. So it's just about always like dinner time-ish, or a bit past dinner time-ish. Because I've been doing lots of morning streams in the morning. Quite a lot of morning streams recently. I had so much flour up my nose. Okay, well, we'll put them in. They only need to be in for 15 minutes, but it's gluten-free flour, so who knows, that might be different too. We'll keep an eye on them. And I'll put them in, and then we can do the cleanup. It's so sticky. So it's forming into a paste. It's a very grainy paste. Wait, what's Play-Doh made out of? Play-Doh is basically flour and water and something else, isn't it? And a very sticky Play-Doh consistency as soon as the water hit it. Okay, we've got our lemonade scones. For anyone who missed it, it's just 3 ingredients. It's flour, cream, and lemonade. And would recommend getting a good gluten-free flour, or even better, just use regular flour. That's what I usually do, and it goes a lot smoother. Yeah, here we go. There's the Addie size one over here, and that's the pretty one. We'll probably get a photo of that one. I don't really want to like touch them, because as soon as you really play with the outside, of them, then they won't rise as much. And I'd rather them be fluffy. I'd rather them taste good than be super, super pretty. So I'm not gonna touch them. I'm just gonna put them straight in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. 15. And we'll keep an eye on them because, well, gluten-free flour. I feel like that's just been the whole stream, is me ragging on this flour today. Play-Doh's current manufacturer, Hasbro says, compound is primarily a mixture of water, salt, and flour. While its 2004 United States patent indicates it's comprised of water, a starch-based binder, salt, lubricant, solvent. Yep. Okay. Well, thank you very much for the googling. That's what I was forgetting. Salt. That's a. Did anyone else eat Play-Doh as a child? Because I did, and that's what it was. It was salt. I liked the saltiness of it. I'm going to attempt to clean a little bit because while we are waiting for our scones to rise, which by the way they already are, and they've been in there for a minute, we're definitely keeping an eye on them if they've already started rising. At least it is. Yep, tried it once and never again. Oh, see, that's the responsible thing. You try it once. I was not that responsible child. I ate a lot of Play-Doh in my day. One of my first memories was my nan was staying down with my family for the holidays, and we were making Play-Doh and I was playing with it, and then she left the room and I ate like half of it, and it was bright blue Play-Doh, and then she came back into the room and realized there was only half of it. And I think that was one of the first times I ever lied, because I saw the look on her face and I thought, oh no, I'm in trouble. And she asked me if I had eaten the Play-Doh and I said no. And then she asked again and I said no again. And then I'm pretty sure she asked me to open my mouth because my tongue was blue. And then I came clean and told her. It tastes so good though, and it's not like it's bad. It's got flour and salt and water, as we now have confirmed. Thank you very much. But yeah, she was not happy. Probably more so with the lying. Oh well, I learned a valuable lesson that day. Don't get caught. No. Don't lie, it's bad. Wow, look at that sponge. This is... Oh, and I think you should be able to see from the camera angle there. You can probably see the spoons in the oven, which is fun. We were experimenting yet again with the GoPro to see if we could get another angle. But that did not work out well this morning. We had so many technical difficulties. OBS wasn't working, and like the laptop had done a whole bunch of updates, and the camera wasn't being picked up, so we went through 2 webcams, the GoPro and Josh's phone, all trying to just get it set up. But oh well, he did it. Thank you again, Josh. It was a bit of a mad scramble, but we got there. Oh, we also got a Ethernet over power plug thing, which means we don't have to use a 10-meter long Ethernet cable to connect the laptop to my PC. but that also wasn't working this morning. Oh well, it was just one of those technical difficulty days. Yeah, Logitech webcam to the rescue. Yes, that's what we're filming on right now. Is we have swapped out Josh's phone, which we usually have for this stream, and we have got, I think, Josh's webcam, which is good. It means Josh can use his phone when I'm streaming, which is nice. Okay, we are gonna make some very quick puff pastry scrolls. Maybe we can race against. Wow. Okay, they're rising, and they're almost getting a little bit browned. I feel like I want to turn that down. Yup. Gluten-free is a mystery to me. So I'm making some scrolls. We're making ham and cheese, and I also have some cream cheese that I need to use up by tomorrow. So I thought I might just put it in here. All these puff pastry scrolls, which I made not too long ago, but they were tuna mornay puff pastry scrolls, and they were excellent. I did make them as a appetizer, and I made Josh and I promise that we wouldn't just eat them as a main meal, but we did. We just ate whole plates of them because they were too delicious. And now I'm hungry, now that I've been talking about it. Those tuna mornay puff pastry pinwheels that I made, they were excellent. They were weird. Well, I think they were weird. I haven't seen them made anywhere, but I was just feeling particularly inspired that day to be creative. I'm trying to suss out how much ham I should use, because it all needs to be used up in the next couple of days. Now, we never have ham in the fridge, ever, so I don't want it to go to waste. So we got ham and cheese. Now we're gonna try and reserve these to just being snacks that we keep in the freezer, so when I do feel like I need something savory, something small and savory, then I can just grab out a few of these and heat them up. I will not have entire plates full. Yeah, I always fill it the wrong way, but and then we just roll it up somewhat tight. Daddy's out again. She can smell the cheese. I'm really interested to know what the follower count is now with all those all those crazy bots. That's so weird. Oh, we did also tick over my goal for May, because it's the 1st of June today. My goal was to get 150 followers on Twitch, and I woke up this morning and we had 151, so woo! Thank you so much for following. I'm really enjoying sharing my cooking. So is Addie. I always sneak her way more food when I'm when I'm streaming, so she really enjoys it too. You can just see the tip of her head if I move the cheese. Oh, no, she's dropped it. She's probably doing puppy eyes at me right now. Yup. The bear fan, hi. Hello again. I didn't butcher your name this time. Oh, Addie. I saw her in the screen before I could see. Hi, how are you doing? It's the first day of winter here in Australia, and it's feeling like it. It's feeling pretty cold. Hope you're doing well. We are making some scones. that are rising pretty nicely. They're gluten-free though, so we'll see how they go. And I'm also making some puff pastry puff pastry ham and cheese pinwheels. And look how perfectly rolled that one is. Yum. I was just thinking I always put them this way down, but maybe I should put them this way. Don't know why I always put them this way. Oh well, we've changed too many things this morning by using gluten-free flour. We're not going to change another thing in case it doesn't work out. Also, does anyone else eat raw puff pastry? I feel like I shouldn't because there's egg in it, but I'm so hungry that I'm doing it anyway. Doing well, thank you. Got warm here all of the southern. Being cold and windy last couple of days has been nice. Well, that sounds lovely. I wish it was nice and warm here. Although we have just finished laying out our grass. Josh and I, we've been doing our own landscaping, and yeah, it has been a sludgy, muddy pit. So I would really appreciate some sun, so then our newly laid grass can get it and grow up nice and strong. Because at the moment it's just swimming. It's like we have a pool outside. Okay, I think I'm getting too generous with the ham because I've got 4 slices left to go. But if I do run out of ham, we do have hazelnut spread, which I do like filling. Like, obviously we're not going to put the puff pastry back in the freezer once it's thawed, which it definitely has. Yeah, so we can always make a sweet one if we want, if we run out. At OMG Pete, hi Pete, I've missed you. It's been a little while. I think we've just been on different schedules, but thanks so much for popping in and saying hi. And you're doing great, thanks. Awesome. That's so good to hear. We're making some gluten-free scones in the oven. They're rising nicely. I was reading a little about scones this morning. I really should have looked into the difference between gluten-free flour and just regular flour, because that was a bit of a fiasco, but we got there. Yeah, but I was reading about scones, and if you put them really close together in the oven, then they help each other rise up together, which is just, oh, that's so cute. It's so cute. So they're definitely doing that. They have just started touching, and now they're rising up together. I wish I could zoom in a little more, but yeah, we've got a little bit of cream left in the fridge. We've got heaps of jam. We've got blueberry jam and strawberry jam, and I think raspberry. So yeah, I know what we're gonna be eating for the next few days. Yes, time schedule is hard. Yes, we're all on very different time schedules, but yeah, I really appreciate you being here. It is, I don't think I've ever streamed at this time on a Wednesday. I keep just swapping it up. Josh and my schedule, is that how I say it? Josh, our schedules has been all over the place with doing our landscaping and trying to work around the weather, because we've had a few thunderstorms recently, so just trying to work around that has meant that our schedules have all just been up in the air. So I've just been streaming when I can. And you lurked in Josh's stream and then headed to bed afterwards. Well, you don't have to be sorry about that. That's great. Thank you so much for lurking in Josh's stream. Yeah, he's been loving Guild Wars. He loves it so much that he created a whole nother Guild Wars account just so that he can gear that up and do fractals twice a day. So he can have it on a whole new account. That's how much he loves it. And yes, lurks are always super appreciated. They definitely help out. Yum. I won't eat that whole thing on stream, but if you weren't here, I would. There we go. Has that been 15 minutes already? Oh my goodness. Well, so much for our race against the timer to get these puff pastries done, but yes. And looking, Addie just came running. They look pretty good. They have risen, but not as much as I thought they were going to. The first minute that we put them in, I was like, oh no, they're gonna touch the top of the oven soon. I'm like, your hair's in there, Addie. I don't know how that happens. They're looking pretty good. They are looking yum. And they smell amazing, which is good. I was a little worried with how this gluten-free situation was gonna go, but there we go, there's our scones. We will definitely put some jam and cream on them in a bit. And that game looks hard, yeah. certain parts of it, and depending what there's so many different play styles and there's so many different things you can do in the game. There's like open world where you're just wandering around and you can do like little missions by yourself, and that's Josh's favorite. PvE, player versus environment, is that what it is, Josh? PvE, I think is what it's called, and that's Josh's favorite style. There's also PvP, which is where you get into this different little arena, and it's player versus player, and it's like short mini games of trying to get as many points as you can whilst like killing the other team. Don't even think about it, Addie. I can see you getting ready to jump. And so that's my favorite. And there's things called fractals, which I'm not entirely sure what they are, but you get really good rewards from them apparently. Anyway, there's heaps to do in Guild Wars. It's very fun. It can be a little daunting though, because they're constantly changing things. Yeah, so many different types of content, says Konokon Khan. You were playing some of the harder stuff last night. Yes, yeah, looked hard. The like hand-eye coordination you need for like clicking all the different skills at the exact right time for the different game mechanics goes a little over my head. But Josh is a great teacher, and he has been making a YouTube video of if someone was to get into Guild Wars for the first time ever, how would they start gearing up their character. So I'm actually really looking forward to watching that as his educational type of video. So he's going to be working on editing that for the next little while. He's got like 60 hours of, it took him 60 hours to do. Also, if you missed it, we have cream cheese that I need to use up by tomorrow, so I don't know, figured I'd put it in here on these, although it really doesn't need any more cheese, but we're doing it. And yeah, our storage service. How much had you used up, Josh? It was a crazy amount of storage for all these videos, because he's been recording his screen when he's been playing. So Josh built us a server for our home, and I have used up a significant amount because I take about 1,000 photos of Addie a day and videos. You'll check it now. Yep. There we go. Oh, we had chili Philly the other day when Josh's family came over, and I didn't quite realize that it was literally just cream cheese and chili sauce. So that's cool. So that's what I've been doing with this cream cheese lately. I've just been topping it on sweet potatoes that I made. I made six serves of that, I think it was, on my last stream. And we just finished them last night. But yes, that's been a great topping. Is just putting on this cream cheese and some chili sauce. Oh yes, and this is ham. It is ham. We never have ham in the house, but we do today, and I had to use it up. So I was looking through our fridge and looking at what needs to be used up, and saw the cream cheese, saw the ham, and thought we literally never have ham in the house. I'm not gonna waste that. So yeah, I decided we will make some little puff pastry pinwheels, because those tuna mornay ones that I made a while ago, when was that? It was a couple of weeks ago. We ate them all. We ate them all. Also, I still have flour up my nose. Yep. Addie's still hanging out with cheese. She actually hasn't had breakfast yet. She's been shedding, which is really weird because it's the first day of winter today and it's freezing outside. And for some reason, Addie has decided now is a good time to shed her fur. So for the last 2 weeks, it's been like a snow cloud inside. Oh, sorry, this flour. I should really blow my nose and flour. But yeah, she has been shedding like crazy, which means that there's been heaps of her fur around the place. And this morning, she had a fur ball like a cat, so she vomited that up. So we thought we'd hold out giving her breakfast for a little bit, just so she feels completely better before we give her food. There we go, got our little pinwheels. You know what I should do? I should probably put them all in at the same time. So I'm actually going to take them out for a second, because we have a whole nother tray to do. Just getting ahead of myself. Let's do the second tray, which is over here. Because yes, I just want them all cooking at the one time. And that's all good. That's all good. Just happy you're here. Any time, and even with Josh's, well, especially with Josh's, any time that you can spend hanging out with us is a great time. Streaming for 1 hour 6 minutes. Yes. Yeah, well, not doing too bad then, given the whole gluten-free flour shabacle. For anyone who missed that, that was the whole first part of the stream, was me just struggling with this gluten-free flour. It's super absorbent, and yeah, it just was not forming at all. But I realized the secret is just add more liquid in. So I just poured the lemonade straight onto the counter and we fixed it. So some of those are going to be better than others. And I think it was these three. Yeah, because I ended with this one. So it was these three right here on the left there that were super crumbly and just would not form together. So that is the secret. Add more liquid, because gluten-free flour will just absorb like crazy. Khan says, just checked you have 2 terabytes of footage in just one of my folders. And they're all photos of Addie, aren't they, Josh? Photos and videos of Addie, I think. Oh, we're getting low on ham. I think we will make a savoury one. I mean, a sweet one alongside these savoury ones. Oh, maybe even 2. Yep. We'll make this a substantially hammy one. And then we got hazelnut spread. Oh, and we need to use up glass the cream cheese, which I should have done before the ham. I forgot it was here. It was right in front of me and I forgot it was here. It's alright, there's not much left anyway. Yeah, more or less that was just Addie content. Yup. Clearly I am obsessed with my dog. Definitely should have put the cream cheese down first. We're making it work though. It's a delightful sound. And some of these puff pastries have Addie's little foot marks in them. Thank you for that, Addie. She got up on the counter and good thing we're not sharing these with anyone. Also, she only ever does that when I'm streaming, by the way, because she knows that I'm talking to you and she gets very excited. Whereas if I'm just cooking without streaming, then she wouldn't dare. Well, she just never does. She never pops up. Not on the counter like she did. And I think also because she knows that I give her little snacks and bits of cheese that she loves when I stream. She gets some snackadoos. But yes, usually she's very well behaved and doesn't get up on the counter like that. She's just staring out the window at a bird. Please don't launch through the door. Also, she broke our door just as I finished saying that she's an angel and she's so good. Josh's brother came over and we thought, oh, we'll get them to meet outside because she still is a little pup and she gets so excited when people come over to see her that she wheezes everywhere. So we thought we'll do that outside so then we don't have to like mop it up. And Josh's brother was standing outside. She saw him from her room and we opened the door and she bolted out to the outside and the door didn't stop it. It was just a screen door. Was a screen door. It is no longer. And she just punted herself straight through the door to get to him. She's quite good with not jumping on people now, but it's still definitely something we're working on. Yeah, she's really want to say hi, so the door just didn't stop her. So that's something we're gonna have to fix soon, is that screen door, and we're gonna get a heavy duty one, an Addie proof one. It was pretty funny though. I was in the bathroom and yeah, I heard all this commotion. And then came out and Addie was outside and there was a huge hole in the door where she had ripped through. But at least she did it when we were home. It would have been way worse if she had punted herself through the door when we were out gardening and had like the gate open and yep, so it could have been way worse. I'm just thankful that she's alright. Little gremlin. Okay, now they're all done. We'll have a look just before we put them in the oven. They're not all uniform and I'm planning to eat this one first. I have loaded that one with cheese. It's just spilling out of it, so let's put them in, and I will eat some of our scones. And they won't need very long. I'm thinking like 13-ish, maybe 15. Oops. Oh no, there we go. 15, maybe. Okay, scone time. I just remembered. Nope, nothing exciting is happening, Addie. I just realized that we actually have 2 more. It's because I ran out of ham and cream cheese. I thought we were done. We're not, we have more. Oh well. We'll just get a thing of hazelnut spread and slather that on. Yum. So I think we're gonna have scones to start the day. And then we're gonna have these squirrels when they're ready, and then we will finish it with these. These chocolatey puff pastries. What a good way to start the day. Nice, yes, Nutella. This one actually is from Aldi, and it's their rip-off version. Is that the word? I don't know. It's almost like Nutella. Brambles choc hazelnut spread. It even has the same colors of like the brown and the red like Nutella has. But it was more affordable, and it's chocolatier. It's more chocolatey tasting. So that's cool. But yes, first time we've ever had this. Usually we just get Nutella, but that's all they had. And with the amount that I'm putting on, it's probably good, because usually we can't find Nutella just in this size. They have the big ones at Woolworths, but we hardly ever shop there anymore. Yum. I can't stop thinking about Stranger Things, by the way. Why do they have to make us wait for a whole month to get the second half of the season? I really enjoyed it. But yeah, it basically is Nutella. Basically. There we go. We will not use our ham knife to cut that. We will not do that. We do have some spare room, but I don't want to put them with them. I think there's just something about putting like something savory with something sweet on the same oven tray that I just don't like the thought of it. We're out of our silicone baking mat, so I just use them baking purposes. So I definitely need to buy some more of those baking mats because they're excellent, and we only have 3. I use them multiple times a day, basically. This was not a good knife for this. So a scone can have any ingredient desired. You never had a scone before? Wow. You should definitely have one. They're excellent. These are super easy. Just use regular flour, not gluten-free, I would recommend. It's just 3.5 cups of flour, 1 cup of lemonade, and 1 cup of... I'm drawing a mental blank. What? It's 3 ingredients. It's flour, cream, and lemonade. So it's 3.5 cups of flour, 1 cup of cream, 1 cup of lemonade. Yeah, you can make them savoury if you want. I have made savoury scones before, where I've put some ham and cheese in them, but I love having them sweet, where I put jam and cream on them. Yum. But yes, I wish I could mail you some scones because they are excellent. But yeah, if you have those 3 ingredients, you could definitely make them. Also, this is definitely not the right knife for cutting these because they're getting smooshed. That's better. What a difference a good knife makes. We don't have many of them. That's easier. And then we've got just our last piece. So it's good to know that you can still hear me when my microphone's down here. That's excellent. Now I don't have to be as picky with my outfits because I've only ever worn it up here before. So yay, we had one technical win today. All the technical difficulties we had to start with. Yum. And I'm trying to spread it out to the sides. Or else it'll just be a mouthful of just regular puff pastry with no chocolate spread on it. OMG Pete, you need a bakery, you're so talented. Thank you very much for that. I didn't feel very talented when I was struggling with the gluten-free flour earlier, but I learned a lot about that particular flour. 1, don't use it. There's a much better flour. I'll have to get a brand name from it. The one that I used at Christmas time, because that was an excellent gluten-free flour. But yes, it's just not something that I usually work with. But thank you so much for saying I'm so talented. That means a lot. I do love cooking and baking. Now I got these cute little scrolls. They're like bite-sized as well. Oh, we got a follower. Thank you so much. Alex. Thanks for being here. We are cooking up far more than I thought we would be making today. But that's always the way. I always go above and beyond with making things. Because it's just too much fun. I like getting creative in the kitchen. Okay, now I got a little tray of sweet puff pastries. They're kind of like funny shapes, but that's right. I might just rearrange some of them just a little bit because they kind of will hold their shape a bit in the oven. What would be amazing is some crushed up like almonds. Maybe I'll do that next time when I inevitably have some puff pastry left over, which I always do, and I nearly forgot about today. I would have had to just eat them raw because I wouldn't have thrown them out. gonna pop these in the oven, and we've got 6 minutes until our savoury ones are done. But I'm really keen for our scones. I'll get some rearranging to do. There we go. Okay, scone time. Oh, so Josh, what jam and cream would you like? I never get scones for breakfast. Although it is almost lunchtime. It's 11:41. Scone time!
Scone time.
Scone time. Yay.
Strawberry jam. Your preference?
Yeah, strawberry jam. That's my favourite.
Awesome. Use the already open one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright. Oh, I'll put the cheese away. Oh no, he's doing it.
I'm in the cheese.
You're just eating a slice of cheese right before eating a sweet scone.
Master the art of eating.
And we have got double cream.
Cheese is the base of food, isn't it?
Alright. What ones do we want? This one's a pretty one. And this one. Nope, this one. And this one. Alright, here's our fluffy scones. Then we need a knife and spoons. But just look how perfectly round this one is. That one worked out really nicely, and you can see the different levels of it rising, which you don't usually see if you use just regular flour. So that's kind of cool. It's a bit like when you see the side of a cliff and you got all the different, I don't know, different layers. We're just gonna cut them down the middle. Well, that one just fell apart. Nice. So fluffy. You're back out, are you, Addie? Addie would like a scone. We did make an Addie-sized scone, but I don't think with the lemonade should be able to know it. And they're not usually done with lemonade, but my sister found this recipe years and years ago, and she makes them all the time. She just always has lemonade scones every couple of months, and I love the recipe too. And it's so simple and easy. So we're going for a strawberry jam today. And we have a crazy amount of strawberry jam in our fridge, actually, so it'd be good to use this one up. And I think strawberry jam is probably my favourite jam of all time. That or raspberry. Let me know, what's your favourite jam? I think my least favourite might be apricot. Yep, I think that's probably my least favourite. Might just be the apricot jams that I've had though. But strawberry jam is just so good. And blueberry jam. That's probably the close second. Ooh, grape jam. I've never had grape jam. That sounds yum. Is that like with green grapes or purple grapes? I don't think I've ever seen grape jam before. Now I want it. And I do spend a lot of time in the jam aisle, especially when we were doing a Christmas brunch and I was making a whole bunch of things. I should really put some photos up on my Instagram of our Christmas brunch setup because I made everything. I made like sweet potato waffles. I made, there's our oven. I don't think they're done yet though. I can already tell by looking at them. They're sizzling, but they're not done yet. I think another 2 minutes. And then the bottom ones will be done, the savoury ones, and then we'll leave our sweet ones in for a little bit longer, I think. But yes, I should really put up a photo of all the different kinds of foods that I made for Christmas. It was amazing. Is that the last, the jam? Well, we're just using up all our ingredients today from the fridge. I love those kind of days. We just use up everything. It's good, we used up our cream cheese, we used up our ham. We'll use up this cream very soon. So we need to make sure we have enough left for the rest of those scones. Is that Goober grape jam? Oh, I will have to look into that. I will have to get some grape jam because I love trying new things. And jam. I love jam. And just a little more. My stomach is grumbling. We're doing it like the French, I think, where they have dessert first and then the savoury thing. Although we won't eat all those puff pastries for lunch. We will not do that. That's me telling me that we will not have an entire plate of puff pastries for lunch. We will probably have toasted wraps. Just put the cream away. And yeah, they look done. You're gonna hear them sizzle when I take them out. There you go. You hear that? Look at them bubble. Yum. I love the smell of puff pastry. It's one of my most favourite smells. Delicious. And we have another tray. Don't forget about that tray, Jess. Yep, good thing we took these ones out. They cooked, because these ones were up the top before, I think, so they cooked a bit quicker than these ones. And I might shift these ones down so you can keep an eye on them. And they're only going to need another 2 minutes. Okay, well we made more food than I thought we would today. Here we go, get another little look at them. Some of them have fallen over, but that's fine. It's because we used really small trays and it curved up at the edges here, but that's all good. Look at the cheese that has spilled out of that one. Oh, yum. I don't know if you have it there, the jam. Yeah. I was gonna say, I do spend a long time in the jam aisle and I've never seen it, so I don't know if we get it here, but that's all right. That's what Amazon is for. I'll have a look on Amazon. Here we go. So we have got almost 2 trays of our little puff pastries, and we'll get another look at our scones, which by the way they expanded more than I thought they would, so that's something to keep in mind, because I was going to make some in a star shape but then we had such a kerfuffle with the gluten-free flour that I thought, nah, I'm just gonna put them in the oven. So yeah, they expanded to maybe like 20% of their size that I put them in there to begin with. But yeah, they are structurally sound, which is good. That was the thing I was worried about. And this one, yeah, they helped each other rise, which is just so cute. This one looks super fluffy. And then there's our little Addy size one. Oh, I'm slowly regaining my muscle strength, so that's good. Wow, that was quick. That was a very quick 2 minutes. Time to turn off the oven, and here's our scones. I did not plate them up very prettily because I'm too hungry. But yum, jam and cream on our 3-ingredient lemonade scones. My mouth is watering, so I think we're going to do a little taste test. I've never used this flour before. That's excellent. That's excellent, and I am a scone connoisseur. I always get scones out when, I say it different every time, scone. When we go out, I always take a look at the scones in the little shelves that they have. I had the glass shelves of like cafes and things, and I would always get them out, especially when I was younger and I played netball every week. We'd always go to a bakery afterwards and I would always get a scone. So yeah, well done, gluten-free flour that I got. I won't be using it again though. It was just too hard to work with. It tastes excellent, but not worth the hassle. I will use the other flour that I got from Woolworths that time. But there we go. There's our gluten-free scones. They taste excellent, but they were difficult to make. Difficult to form. With that, we are going to do a raid. Thank you so much for popping in. I have had a lovely morning, and I'm gonna eat the scones and then the scrolls. And I'm gonna eat one of those savory scrolls. So thank you very, very much for being here. We are raiding a date night in, so another cooking stream. Cooking streamer. I'm not quite sure what they're streaming right now, but thanks so much for being here, and I will see you in a couple of days because I got all these peaches from a lovely old couple, so I need to use them up somehow. So anyway, the countdown. Let's do it. Yay, awesome. They're awesome. She's on a team. That's great to hear. I will see you next time. Thanks for being here. Bye. Bye.